So I'm going to go ahead and send a full report and show you the great looking report. First, I'm going to press this send full report button to get that great looking estimate. When I press send full report, it takes all of my information from that estimate that I run and it threw it onto this estimate, this great looking report here. I've got a monthly payment and bring to close breakdown with all the loan information on that top page. Second page has all of those closing costs itemized out for our buyer here. You'll also notice that we have a disclaimer that's going to automatically be populated on these documents. At the end of the day, this is just an estimate. It's not an actual CD. So we have built in that disclaimer on every doc that you send out. And you can actually edit what your disclaimer says in your profile settings. I can show you that a little bit later. Another thing that you'll notice goes out on every document is you guys' branding. So you can load in your photo or logo and your company information and personal information. So photo, personal information, logo, company information. You load that into your account one time, and we're going to automatically brand your reports. Just a quick note about adding your photo and logo to your account. It is going to require a subscription to premium. So to add your photo and logo, you are going to have to be a premium user. However, for 99 cents, I'm going to show you guys a ton of value for that subscription. So adding your photo and logo is just going to be the icing on the cake. Now, a few things that we can do to this estimate before sending it out. First thing I want to address is that English button up there in the top left corner. That actually gives you the ability to translate this document into any one of the 14 languages that we've preloaded in here. So if you're working with that buyer who speaks a different language, you can provide them an English copy and a Spanish copy, for example, and now they can go over this information with the rest of their family at home in their native tongue. So translate feature, definitely something that's going to be extremely useful when you need that. Another thing that you can do to this estimate before sending it out, bottom left corner is the property details button. If we press on that property details button, I can then go in here and add information to my estimate. I can go in and add, for example, the client name. So Joe Buyer as the client name. Property address. So when you click there, you can type in an address. We've actually integrated with Google for this. So if I start typing in an address, it's going to try to find an address for me automatically. But another thing that you can do is if you're standing there at the property, you can press this location finder arrow and it's going to pull that address for you automatically. It's take some of the legwork out of it. You can press that arrow and it's going to input that address for you automatically. Now, the notes section, this is a great section to put maybe the school district or any other notes that you want to add to this estimate. And then the add property photos, this is really something that I want to talk up with you guys. Adding the photos that spoke to those buyers specifically, showcasing features that they loved, is going to make it more likely that your buyers buy the house. So, for example, if we're walking the house with the husband and wife and we walk into that master bathroom and the wife just falls in love with how large that master bathroom tub is, we should definitely have a photo of that master bathroom on the estimate that we send to that husband and wife later that night. So showing features that spoke to them specifically is a great way for you to tailor this estimate to your client specifically and make it more likely that they'll buy the house. And if you click on one of these photo icons, you can actually take a picture right then and there. Or if you've got photos loaded onto your device already, you can pull from your photo library. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my photo library. I'm going to go in and I'm going to load in a front-facing photo of the house. That's typically how we see that first photo being used, but loading in a photo of a lender's business card is a great way to use one of these photo slots. Now, again, showcasing features that spoke to my buyer specifically is key. And so the wife was raving about how amazing those counters and cabinets were in the kitchen. So I'm going to load a photo of that kitchen in. And the husband, he was bragging about how amazing the backyard was, talking about where he wanted to hang up his TV and put his grill. I'm going to actually put a photo of that backyard in. Another unique way for you guys to use this is if you can tell that that buyer's interested in the house, have them stand out in front of the house or sit in that kitchen chair or lay out in that lawn chair and take those photos of your buyer. And when you send the estimate over, it's a really cool way of saying, look, this could be you. So definitely a unique way that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, you'll also notice that we can add a video link to this estimate. So if we've got drone footage or a video walkthrough, just paste the link right here and it'll attach it when you send it over to your client. You'll also notice that we can get some signatures. If the client signs it, it's going to date stamp it. If we, the realtor, sign this, it's going to save our signature to our account. I'm going to skip all that and hit the save button up there in the top right corner. And when I do that, you'll see it adds that information to my estimate. I've got the address up here in the top right corner. And if I scroll down to my second page, you'll see that those great looking photos have been loaded on. And it also says prepared for Joe Buyer down here. So I just want to reiterate that you guys are able to make this great looking report in under 5 minutes and send it over to your client. Really have some professional correspondence with your client when you're talking about the numbers. Now, if you look up here in the top right corner, you'll see we're on estimate style 3 of 14. Now, 1 through 5 are the normal estimate styles. Those are all included for you guys for free. So I can swipe. I'm going to swipe over and show you 2 and 1, just alternate style options. So you can choose whatever style is going to be best for your client. You'll see on this style, there's added options for customization with the ability to change out that cover photo. That'll be an added option in property details. I can also change the color theme of this estimate style. I've changed it to red. It's going to default to a darker blue, but down here at the bottom, we've got color options. So you can go in here and load in the color that works for you or what you think is going to be best for your client. So again, 1 through 5 are going to be all included for free for you guys, and they're just different style options. Now, 6 is where you'll start hitting the geo reports that I mentioned before. And I'm going to swipe over. And like I said, the geo reports are going to require a subscription of premium, but it's a valuable piece of content for you guys to have at an open house. And let me show you why. When I swipe over to style 6, which is where the geo reports start, it's going to take a second for it to load because it's pulling nearby convenience information based on that address that I put in the property details section. And it's pulling from Google, Yelp, a variety of different places. But once it's done, you'll see that we've got a ton of information for that buyer about that listing. So I can see convenience information, how close that grocery store is, or Starbucks or gym. Not only that, I'm also able to see nearby schools along with their ratings. I can see restaurants provided by Yelp that are in that area. I can also see internet speeds available at that address. Not only the speeds, but also the providers. And then we've got walk score and sound score. The walk score is going to show how walkable a listing is. Is it close to public transportation, parks, entertainment? Sound score is actually going to tell you how loud that neighborhood is. Is it near a airport where there's planes flying over often? That's going to be the type of things that are taken into account when we talk sound score. Now, with these geo reports, as I mentioned before, this is such a valuable piece of content for you to have at an open house. Imagine having a stack of these sitting at that open house. Now these potential buyers who are showing up, the ones who are actually going to care how close that grocery store is that they'll be visiting every other week. Now this is information that you can provide to them and give added value information to let them know why your listing is so amazing. So these geo reports definitely going to take your real estate business to the next level and help you promote these listings by showing all that information that these potential buyers really care about. Now you can go in here and edit which convenience information you show. Maybe you want to show where the closest ATM is or the closest park. You can actually edit which convenience items you show, as well as editing the schools, which schools you're showing, by pressing the property details button while on one of these geo reports. That's how you'll dial it in and change the information. Again, drawing your attention up there to the top right corner, this is style 6 of 14. So this is just the first of the many options for geo report styles that we've got. So if you swipe through, you can see there's alternate options for those geo reports. Some having added information. For example, this one here shows outdoors as a category. I can actually show where the nearest golf course, dog park, recreational park, and nature trails are. Really, really tremendous information for you to provide and market your listings with what's included what's nearby. So I definitely wanted to talk about these geo reports. And like I said, there's several different styles for you to choose from with these geo reports here.